seen my last video, then you would know that I broke down the newest single to J. Cole's new album, The Fall Off, and it was Diss 2, Track 2. Now, within this breakdown, I pointed out a couple of things, such as the clock turning backwards as soon as he says reverse. And one of the other details I pointed out was when J. Cole's wife was shown pregnant, there was 6 balloons on the ceiling. But the one detail that I see a lot of people are missing is this one. I thought maybe I can explain this a little bit better, so let me explain. Before I continue this, I gotta clear the air. J. Cole and his wife are not divorced. They are happily married with kids. What I will say is that in my other video, I did say that J. Cole and his wife did get divorced, but that was because of this bar right here. Who I took the wedding ring off her finger, and now I'm single walking up the aisle, backwards towards a narrow dirt. But when I said J. Cole, I wasn't talking about our current J. Cole. I'm talking about this J. Cole. Yes, J. Cole got quantum with the song. Now for what I'm about to bring up next, I need you guys to remember, yes, J. Cole told us that he is telling the song in reverse. Yes, this is a nod to Nas's Rewind. But J. Cole clearly told us in the very beginning that he took a lot of time and energy and focus to make this project, and that he wanted to be his best personal work. Something that he not only owed to hip hop, but owed to himself. When we go back to the announcement video, which I should have covered, because when you listen to the voiceover in the announcement, you can kind of get a taste of what we're about to get into in the first single. It explains how the fall off is technically a natural part of life, and that failing and success is just an up and down motion. When it comes to success and failure, they all end up at the same point no matter which way you tell the story. Either way, you're gonna end up not here. Very similar to quantum mechanics, more specifically quantum superposition, which states a physical system can exist simultaneously in multiple states or configurations until it's observed or measured. Probably thinking, Ren, I ain't coming for science, I came here for music, so what does that mean? You look at the beginning of the song, before the verse even starts, J. Cole says 4 specific words: how I see it. Him starting the song with how I see it wasn't him just ad-libbing making an intro, no, it was him observing. So when we go back to the quantum position, we can see that something can exist in multiple states up until it is measured or observed, which kind of hints at the fact that this story may have different versions of it depending on who observes it and how they observe it. This is emphasized even more when you see that J. Cole is actually observing himself right. But like he mentions in the beginning, he sees it in reverse. Though the story is being told by him and he lived the story, he's not seeing that story that we've seen. He is seeing the story that he is telling himself in reverse. The thing I love about this video is that it doubles down on what I just said. Look at him observing himself in the past in reverse. When told in reverse, J. Cole's life story tells the story of a man who came up, got into the music industry through struggles, lost himself in the party, and at the end lost his innocence. Even picking his wife over the fame, he literally tells us the story of what happens afterwards. He falls into the clubs tipsy, starts messing around with women. Somewhere around the middle of this story, we see J. Cole hanging for his life. In the same scene, matter of fact, the same room that he's hanging on to, you see him chilling, vibing with the whole crew. It's actually one of the few times in the story where we actually see J. Cole in a state of happiness and despair at the same time. But you wouldn't know unless you really observed the situation, because like J. Cole said, I swear that it's turned. Because even he knows that from this perspective, it looked like they having fun. It looked like they lit. But moments like this will lead to your downfall no matter which way you put it. Like the voiceover from the announcement says, success and failure exist in the same plane. So now if you go back to the song and you really listen to it, and forget that J. Cole even told you this in reverse, use your own perspective. You'll really see that it is a story not of J. Cole, but of another J. Cole. And to quote the last bar of the song, that's how I see it. But if you like this video, don't forget to like, follow, and comment down below.